Ripped from the pages of an action movie, this is a tale of high stakes and big explosions. Battling through the streets of a besieged city, your squad mates are in hot pursuit of a convoy of enemy vehicles. One by one, they are eliminated until you're the only one left, racing for the finish line. You have to destroy all of the vehicles in the convoy before it reaches the city. Otherwise, your team will lose the day. The game is divided into two modes, single player and multiplayer. Single player puts you in the shoes of a commando who must fight their way through a series of missions. Multiplayer sees up to 4 players compete to take down the convoy first, with the top performing player being crowned the champion. There are 2 types of maps in the game, indoor and outdoor. The indoor maps consist of single buildings that are filled with enemies, with the convoy beginning its journey from a set location within the map. The outdoor maps consist of an entire city that can be either fully or partially destructible. The convoy in the city is made up of 2 types of vehicles, civilian and military. Civilian vehicles are normally less heavily armored than the military ones, but they do not carry any guns. These vehicles are typically slower than military vehicles and can't fire weapons at you when you're on top of them. On the other hand, military vehicles carry at least 1 gun and are usually faster than civilian ones. The game features a 3rd type of vehicle, the commando vehicle. Commandos can be summoned into battle using a radio. The commando can either drive around the battlefield in a commando vehicle, where they can go prone and roll across the ground like a commando. Commandos have infinite ammunition, and they can shoot at any angle. While in commando mode, they are invincible to enemy fire. The gameplay itself is similar to a number of other games of the genre. As you race from point A to B, you'll encounter enemy soldiers and vehicles as you go. Your goal is to eliminate all of them before you reach your destination, either by shooting them or knocking them out of the way with a melee attack. The game's visuals are bright and colorful, which helps to convey a sense of urgency and excitement. The environments look nice enough, but they lack a certain degree of detail. Enemies and their attacks tend to blend together into a generic mess, so it can be hard to tell what's happening sometimes. The audio, meanwhile, consists of a few different types of music, some generic, some heavy metal, and some generic again. It's hard to say whether they fit the mood well. The controls are pretty simple, since the player character automatically moves in the direction they're facing. The game makes liberal use of the WASD keyboard layout for movement, with the arrow keys used for firing and melee attacks. However, there are some exceptions. The movement keys will occasionally change to match the direction the character is looking, while the attack keys change depending on the weapon. The game is rather short. There's only 1 single-player mode and 1 multiplayer mode, so there won't be any replayability. There is also no cooperative multiplayer mode, so it can get frustrating when you're playing with other people and the rest of your team isn't cooperating at all. It's a fun game for a few minutes here and there. The only problem is that it feels like it could have been a lot more. It has some potential for interesting gameplay, but it doesn't quite deliver. It would have been nice if the single-player mode were longer. For example, it feels like a game that's missing something to keep players interested for more than a few rounds, though it might be just that I could be wrong about that.